guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Grey Man Operations. So a few weeks ago we were invited by Damian Enslin to a cowboy shoot. Now both Ryan and I had no idea what a cowboy shoot was. We had no idea what was in store for us, but we were told to come and check it out. And we were told to dress up like a cowboy and a cowgirl.
We are going to a cowboy shoot. So most of you might not know I'm an enormous freaking Western fan, from Tombstone to Silverado to freaking The Quick and the Dead. The Quick and the Dead is probably the most underrated Western movie ever. You've got prime Gene Hackman, Sharon Stone, Leonardo DiCaprio, and the other guy's name I think is Russell Crowe. Super underrated movie. But I'm a huge Western fan, so I didn't even know this existed until those of you who follow the channel will know we did a video with Damian Enslin recently, and he's like super into this cowboy shooting things, and he was like, why don't you come down and check it out? So we thought, why not? I'm dressed as my best version of a cowboy. You'll probably see it later on. Michel looks like a cowgirl down to the T.
So that invitation already started off with a wow, what are we going to expect? But we went and checked it out, filmed it, and this is what the video is about. So before I share my experience with you, guys, let me tell you about Patreon. So if you haven't joined the family yet, on Patreon we are giving away a Canik Meta SF at the end of September. Now, if you're a patron, you know that for every month that you are a patron, you get an entry. So for those of you who aren't, it's kind of like always a good time to join. The longer you've been with us, the better chance you stand of winning the awesome prizes we give away. So that's a Canik Meta SF at the end of September. If you want to join the family and you're watching this on YouTube, it's the first link down below in the video description. And if you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, it's the first comment. So like I said earlier, both Ryan and I had no idea what a cowboy shoot was. We didn't even know that something like this existed. But the Saturday we were invited, we went through, it was at Cowboy Shooting Club. Now, if you've ever been there, I think, in my opinion, Cowboy Sports Shooting Club is definitely one of the most beautiful shooting ranges in South Africa. We went there and we were greeted by a very friendly group of cowboys and cowgirls who literally greeted us with a howdy. So that's how real they were. Now, before I get into my experience and how the day went, I just want to say I think that this is the perfect family outing day. Okay, so I think that kids would absolutely love it. The whole aspect of dressing up just adds a whole element of fun to it, and then you also get to experience shooting cowboy guns. Also, if you have a partner and you're trying to get your lady into shooting, into this firearm world, this is the experience for it. This is such a good date idea, I think. Just encouraging her to dress up, both of you guys get into character, go, and you get to shoot all these different firearms is a lot of fun and would make a memorable experience. Ryan normally shoots and I generally film, but this round we decided I'm going to do the shooting and he's going to film the whole experience, and I'm so happy that we made that decision because I had the most fun. It was my first time shooting cowboy guns. I shot a shotgun, a revolver, and a lever action rifle. My favorite was by far the shotgun. You don't have to be a skilled shooter. You can be a newbie. Look at me. It was my first time shooting these firearms. There's no skill level required. Even the kids can get involved. I would say from ages from 9 up. If they can understand and handle the instructions, then it's such a nice opportunity for kids to get involved. They are very friendly, this bunch of people. They are in character all the time, so that makes it extra fun. You obviously not going to arrive and have your own firearm, but they really want you to experience and get into this world and feel like a cowboy. That those who do own cowboy firearms, they are going to allow you to use it. They are very safety conscious. At no point did I feel like, whoa, there's too much fun going on here. We're not following the rules. At all times, you have someone next to you when you're loading, when you're unloading. Damian walked me through everything for the day. So he explained each and every firearm, how to handle it, how to load it, how to unload it. He also explained like the sequence of the day and how it goes. So they're very helpful and they assist you and they're right at your side. I found these firearms really easy to operate and I really enjoyed that they had less recoil than the modern firearms. Something I found really interesting about these Cowboy Shoot days, the day is like divided into 3, okay? Then there's someone who will stand in front and explain to the cowboys and cowgirls what the story is like of the day. So, for example, there's 3 different stories and the range is set up in a way to act out those stories. So, for an example, one scene, I'm sure it's like based on westerns and things like that. So, one scene is maybe you sitting on your porch. An attacker or intruder comes and you now need to use your shotgun. You've shot 5 rounds, move to your right, you get it now off your porch, you move into your right and now you're going to use your revolver to shoot X, Y, and Z. So there's a story and you act it out. It's also really cool that each cowboy and cowgirl, they have names. Someone's name was Gold Digging Jackie. I thought that was such a brilliant and fun name, and they call each other that, and like before you shoot, to show that you're ready, you shout a line. So on that day, 2 of the lines I remembered was no lynching, if I'm not mistaken.
It's showdown time!
And it's showtime, something like that. But so before you're gonna shoot, you now say you're ready, so you'll shout no lynching, very cool. And you have your go and you act out the scenario with the scene. Then once everyone's done that, you move on to the next story, then they share the story of the situation. And then it changes because now maybe in the next scene, you're using your revolver first and then your lever action rifle. So it's also fun. It's not repetitive and it's not the same thing. What I really found with this group of people is there's no ego. Everyone is really welcoming and friendly. It's not like an intense competition vibe. Even though you're having a lot of fun on the day and you're in character and there's a lot of different scenes and names, etc., it is very important to still stay present. Something that I picked up is so it was my first time shooting these firearms, right? So you're learning something new. And you can get very much into it and you kind of just want to, I'm someone that just wants to like go and do the stuff. Something as simple as handling a revolver is different to my Canik MC9. So the way you grip a revolver, your thumbs have to be up so that you can pull the hammer back, right? And then when it was now Damian explained all of this to me, I understood. I think like the first 3 times I did it right, and then the 4th, naturally my grip just went and wanted to do what it normally does when I'm handling my firearm. But then I needed to remind myself, whoa, that's not how you do it. The thumb has to be up, you've got to pull the hammer back. So little things like that, when you are not used to shooting that way, can like creep in and make you go back to your old ways. Another thing I really enjoyed about the Cowboy Shooting was how interactive it is. You shooting steel plates, for example, with a shotgun, which I really enjoyed. Once that round hits the steel plate, it falls over and you're on to the next one. And then with the revolver, when you hit the steel plate, you hear that ping. It gives you immediate feedback and that's a lot of fun. This is a really fun bunch of people who love everything cowboy related and just take some time out of the real world and fully immerse themselves into this cowboy life.
Okay guys, Michel wanted in 47 states for cattle wrangling or whatever it is cowboys do. How was it?
It was a lot of fun. Definitely a lot more adrenaline went through me. It was a great first experience, but I did obviously find that because I'm used to shooting modern guns, there was a lot of muscle memory that was taking place. So, for example, my thumbs were facing up and I wasn't gripping correctly, but I think I did well overall. But next time I do it, I think I'll shoot so much better because even like the iron sights you have to line up, it's a whole different ballgame.
Is there going to be, are you going to do this again?
I'd like to. Like at
Okay,
least
cool.
one more time so I can do it faster and more accurately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
If this is something you want to go and check out, we'll leave Damian's links down below and you can get into contact and get some more information if need be. I can tell you that it happens at the Full Space Sport Shooting Club and it's every third Saturday of the month. I love the dressing up part and I think that that just adds to the whole experience and really takes you out of the real world for a little bit. If you have an exhausting job and you just want to unwind and you want to break away, if your family needs a fun day or if you want to have a fun date, this is an amazing thing to check out. That's it, guys. Don't forget to join us on Patreon. We are giving away a Canik Meta SF at the end of September. Have a good week. Be safe. Train hard. Cheers. God bless.